Ripple signs on another country for a CBDC, and the crypto queen has been found. Next. Those articles, and we're going to talk about a couple of pretty cool articles on NFTs. One company just minted 25 million NFTs last week at Davos. We're going to find out who that was and what did they mint them for. Were they just 25 million animal pictures? Don't think so. I think it has much more heavier meaning than that. Next on OG Crypto and NFTs, welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in digital assets as well as non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Now, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, boom, boom. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's gonna spend, an hour of my life every day, but I'm gonna get the best crypto and NFT news out for 5 minutes. It's only take you 5 minutes of your life, but you're gonna find the best news out here. Let's jump right into it. It says Ripple leads the way with creating the first digital currency for Montenegro. Yeah, you're going, what the hell is Montenegro? It's a small European country, but what does Montenegro use? Now, first of all, it's another step forward as we continue to see adoption of CBDCs, which is central bank digital currencies. It's literally, these are digital currencies that are going to replace fiat money sooner or later. We're seeing more and more adoption of them. At very beginning, they're going to go coincide with actual paper money or fiat, but they're going to sooner or later, as we're hearing it, and the world's going to change from paper money into digital money, and that's what we're seeing on a country by country basis. But what is really cool about this is that the currency that they're using right now in Montenegro is the euro, and we know that part of the Euro Association Ripple is part of, and I think this is the testing grounds, for the Euro Foundation. They're testing Ripple here. Small countries first. Then we're going to see, as the year goes on, the adoption of bigger countries using central bank digital currencies. This is extremely bullish news. If you're in the Ripple or XRP army out there, it just makes it a lot easier to see the vision of the adoption of the XRP coin. XRP coin will be for cross-border payments or payments going over the XRP ledger. It just connects the dots for any type of payments. Next, well, we know that today is a big day in the LBRY case. Now, LBRY lost and they got kind of slaughtered. The SEC beat them, and the judge had said, yeah, they are a security. Now, LBRY has already conceded, saying we're going to pay whatever money we have in the kitty left, and we're going bankrupt, we're closing down. The problem is the LBRY coin is still alive. So the LBRY coin on secondary market, what's happening with it? And of course, way back in November, the judge is like, well, they wanted direction from the SEC about what's going on in the secondary market if the company closes down. And of course, the SEC has no clue what to say or do. They don't have any idea. Well, now some of the XRP army is getting really excited about this because John Deaton, the leader, I would say, of the XRP army, he's definitely not self-proclaimed, but he's been on the attack in the Ripple SEC case. He is now showing up, and he's representing one person that receives LBRY coin for her job, and they pay her in LBRY coins as tips. And he's going out there telling the judge, and as well as LBRY itself, is saying, hey, the secondary sales have nothing to do with it being a security. The actual sell of LBRY, selling the coin and initial coin offering of the coin LBRY doesn't mean the actual instrument is a security. Why? Because it's a security of nothing. It's not, there's no company behind it. The company's bankrupt. It's gone. It's over. So the sales in the secondary market, it's a nothing coin. No one's pumping it. No one's doing it, but it's still being utilized by people as a currency going back and forth for other things outside of what LBRY had it initial use for. So with that being said, there's a big meeting today with the SEC and the judge and some people holding LBRY coins saying they never even heard of LBRY and that they're utilizing the coin for other things other than what LBRY wanted it for. So this is going to be a very big judgment. If the judge doesn't come up with some type of ruling, which he's already tried to find some kind of agreement, which they can agree upon between the SEC and LBRY. Now we're having LBRY holders and people who utilize a coin. They're now going to the judge today, and they're going to, hopefully he'll listen and say, well, if the company doesn't exist and the coins exist, there is no securities that are involved. Then if that's a fact, then secondary sales on the secondary market have nothing to do with the company. Then they are not a security. And then that really changes the landscape of other, other possible actions that the SEC has with other coins. So, and other companies. So we're going to find out what's happening here. This judge doesn't seem to really understand cryptocurrency. I think he just sided with SEC because it's the SEC. And I don't think that LBRY had the best representation or the best argument in this. I think Ripple has so much better. Ripple obviously didn't have an ICO. Ripple didn't create the XRP coin. So there's a lot of differences that are here. But if we can get some type of ruling saying that secondary sales of a coin like LBRY has nothing to do as a security, well, this is a big, big win for the entire crypto market, absolutely, with XRP as well. Next article here, again, adoption that's coming up here is DMV. So the California DMV to digitalize card title management systems via Tezos. Again, here we go with NFTs that are now showing real utility use cases. These are not animal pictures. These are use cases of what's happening out there. I say it's going to be for driver's licenses, car titles, insurance, just on the automobile side. You're able to mint it, or they'll mint it for you and send it to you. This is a game changer. This will probably cut down on the lines going to DMV, especially if it's just for renewal purposes. It makes sense, and it makes complete sense. Get a digital wallet. That's the first step. That's the adoption, is digital wallets, because then you can put car titles and driver's licenses and insurances in it. Next article, New York State takes a step towards cryptocurrency adoption with new bill. What this is for is, how do I pay my taxes, or how do I pay fines, or how do I pay the state of New York? Well, one way is they're wanting to accept cryptocurrencies now. It's becoming adopted widely in the state, and that's what this new bill is for. It should pass no problem. But again, we're seeing adoption. California is looking at it now. New York, these are the more innovation states, as well as Texas and Florida, that are taking huge steps with cryptocurrency being adopted as it being a monetary currency, just like the dollar or fiat. All right, and let's jump to the next one. This is something that happened about a week and a half ago, and we didn't report on it, but I'm bringing in our crack NFT reporter and producer, Emi. How you doing, Emi?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, I'll read this. IPwe, Casper Labs, convert 25 million patents to NFTs as enterprise blockchain usage grows. Wow, this is revolutionary. Again, of course I mentioned it to you, and we've had a conversation. This isn't just a beautiful little picture of a monkey, right? This has real utility. This happened in Davos, right? So they were one of the big sponsors. By the way, this year's Davos was invite only. It wasn't party only. So now you only had certain crypto companies that were there. And guess what? They had way more gatherings for crypto they had this year than last year, with way less. So the utility really showed out here in Davos. So I know I'm rambling. Your turn.
No, this is awesome. I feel like the last 3 articles really shows that adoption is speeding down a hill at this point, and I think this is super awesome. And the fact that Davos is a lot more crypto focused with less companies in attendance is very fascinating. So
right, I mean, come on, let's go. First of all, guys, if you do this on Solana it goes down. You can't handle this volume. It's ridiculous. If you put this on Ethereum, the gas fees would be in the thousands per NFT mint. Guys, 25 million. They were less than pennies. Okay, think about it. And they're for patents. So now we just talked about car titles. Now we're talking about US patents and patents all over the world.
Yeah.
as an NFT. Holy crap! And it just costs virtually nothing to do that.
I think it's awesome.
It's hard to even discuss, right?
Yeah,
it's like, overwhelming.
It's so large. Yeah. Okay, next.
And
here.
Premier League signs deal. Oops, this kind of just fell on us. Premier League signs deal. Oops, keeps wanting to change.
There we go.
Signs deal with NFT-based fantasy soccer game despite crypto downturn. Very cool.
Yeah, I agree. We've seen SoRare do a lot of different things with specific sports leagues and teams. So this looks like they're continuing that trend. And I just think it's crazy how quickly the sport community and NFT adoption is really marrying itself.
Yes.
It's going faster and faster and faster. So it's just wild to me.
So there's a company that's been around, and it's a bunch of Bitcoin maxis, and it's called Candy. And they're trying to be the premier sports marketplace where they're trying to sign different baseball players and football players, as it's like I sign you on, and then you put the NFTs on our platform, mint through us, and then we'll sell them. So it's almost like them having a contract with like Nike, but it's now a contract through NFTs called Candy. We'll go over that in the next coming weeks. It hasn't had a lot of it's getting a lot of hype, but not a lot of traction.
Interesting
at this moment. So.
All right, and our last topic here.
Ruja Ignatova, who was self-proclaimed crypto queen, she came out and she was like the Bitcoin blah, 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 scammed so many people out of their money. And now, and she, of course, disappeared, right? Nobody wanted, let's just disappear off the face of the earth. Boom, she just shows up. Holy crap, what's going to happen? I mean, it's 5 years, and this is going to be very interesting. We had gone over some of the craziness that she was involved with probably about 6 months ago, because that was like, where is she at? She's missing.
Yeah.
Now she's alive.
So crazy. It's just, it's almost like a joke to me, like that this is just all of a sudden surfacing, and it makes me realize that there was a character on a TV show that I was watching that was based on her.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
She was like the queen of crypto and how Bitcoin was going to change the world. She scammed so many.
Wild.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. We definitely appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow with 5 more minutes, and maybe 10, of the best crypto and NFT news. Oh, take us out.
Bye.